Welcome to my podcast, where thoughts turn into conversations. This is just me. Hello, good evening, mabuhay. So this episode is entitled Medical School in the Philippines. Disclaimer lang po, ito po ay aking experience lamang. Gusto ko lang i-share. I'm not damaging anything. If na-damage man, ilag-ilag din. Charot. Okay, so if you're here, let me guess, you are going to enter medical school or na-force ka siguro ng peers, ng family mo. That's the common reason but ang mga student nagme-medical school. So, if pangarap mo ito, maging doktor, ano ba ang mga steps na pwede mong gawin? If napilitan ka, so sorry, pero ito ang dapat mong i-assume kapag mag-a-apply ka ng medical school. Ako, based on my experience, I'm a medical graduate of a blue school. I won't say the name, pero it's a blue school in Zamboanga. And they have a different program on the traditional medical school. So, me, a fresh graduate of Bachelor of Science in Nursing in a Crimson School naman. It was not part of my plan na mag-med school. Hindi talaga siya pumasok sa isip ko. Kung tinatanong ako kung gusto ko mag-medicine, sa mind ko, no. Kasi nakikita ko ang mga doktor walang work-life balance. Well, yun ang sa mind ko that time. When I was just a fresh graduate of nursing, I took my boards 3 months after the graduation. Brave soul. So, I passed naman and waited for a year to set my goals straight. Within that year, I worked naman in review center, academics, those kind of stuff, sideline. And then, the pandemic happened. I was actually applying for Japan and Korea that time. Nag-apply na ako, nag-send na ako ng blue ribbons and everything. But, sadly, after ng wedding ng relative ko, pandemic struck. And bawal na mag-travel, kailangan mag-quarantine. And I wouldn't want to go bother my parents, bother myself din, to all those mga protocols if you want to travel and apply. So during that time, I took the NMAT. So itong una mong iti-take, itong unang requirements kung magme-med school ka, your NMAT. NMAT is an exam where they will test your knowledge on basic sciences and abstract reasoning, all those stuff. And walang pass or fail sa NMAT. Ang meron sa NMAT is your percentile rank. In some medical schools, nag-require sila ng 80% above as a standard. And yung in-applyan kong medical school, during that time, ang minimum requirement nila is 40% ng NMAT. So, I tried to apply NMAT in my region and nag-take ako sa mismong school kung saan may medical school, which is yung Blue School. Itatago natin siya sa pangalang Blue School. So, ang Blue School na yun, nag-apply ako ng NMAT. It was a 1-day exam, I think, as far as I remember. And yung exam place is sa high school building nila. And there were a lot of requirements. May babayaran ka ring fee for the NMAT. And then, once you go there, may ibang proctor naman sila, hindi part ng school. So, I took the NMAT there. Ang dami naming tao dun. Like, I saw familiar faces, mga seniors ko, ganyan. And may mga kabatch din ako na hindi ko ka-close nung college years, pero andun. So, we took the NMAT. Beside me was someone na na-meet ko din ng medical school, pero sadly, that person did not continue. Anyway, just a knickknacks. After that, the NMAT, you have to apply for the medical school na after the NMAT. So, You need to send your requirements such as your TOR, your NMAT score, all those necessity things to create your biodata or your profile sa school. After the application, they will now send you dates para mag-take ng exam. So may exam din sa medical school, entrance exam. So dapat makapass ka dun. After the exam, yung second part nun is the interview. Itong nakakakabad during our time. Kasi during our time, it was pandemic. And the interview is via Zoom. During that time, hindi namin man in-expect na magpa-pandemic, magla-lockdown. So, ang internet namin ay bulok. Hindi pa namin in-upgrade into 200 Mbps or something like that. Nasa 50 lang siguro ang Mbps or 15. So, pahirapan. And then, during that time, I was using my old laptop pa from my nursing days. And then, I was preparing myself to answer. Take note guys, and in the beginning, sabi ko nga, diba, hindi ko to goal, hindi ko to plan. Pero here I am, taking the exam, doing an interview na. One of the tumatak sa mind ko during the interview, no, is nagtanong sila about my gender identity. So, as a gay person, I told them na I'm gay. And then, the follow-up question was, what if daw magkakaroon ako ng jowa, will it hinder my medical journey? I told them that love is not a priority nga. It is just something that you can place as your motivation in your heart or in your mind. Hindi siya nagdi-dictate paano ang life mo. It is just something there to motivate you. If you're being, sabihin natin nasasakal sa love life, baka it's not for you. Yeah. During that time, yun ang sabi ko sa kanila, I was being truthful, and one of the panel interviewers were like clapping sa answer ko. And then, here comes another question about myself. It was about, during this medical journey, at an instance na hahaba ang hair ko, since I'm male, magagalit ba daw ako if ipapagupit nila yung hair ko? Sabi ko during that time, sa mind ko actually dumaan like, why does my hair relate to anything, ganyan. So sabi ko, I was just giving the ideal answer. Sabi ko, okay lang po, mag-follow lang po ako instructions. If ipapagupit, okay lang po sa akin. And then, that was like the right answer because that person was nodding and signs of approval. And then, there was also the final question about their program. They were asking if I know paano ba yung strand ng medical school sa school na yun. Na wala man ako idea sa mga medical school, hindi ko alam kung anong in-applyan ko. Sabi ko, ito lang man medical school sa region namin that time. So sabi ko, okay, I'm aware po na my community, pero I think it's just 1 month or something. Kasi ganun ang mga common community rotations, diba, sa ibang medical school. Pero during that time, yun ang sagot ko. So sabi niya, no, it's not like that. Medical school, yung blue school na yun is, time to time, you will be sent to the community you are assigned to. So yun ang parang assigned area mo during the 5 years ng medical school. Integrated siya all throughout the years. So I was like, okay. At that time, hindi pa pumasok sa mind ko na, okay, big deal to. Nag-oo lang ako ng oo. And then, natapos mo ng interview, tinanong ako if may question ako. Ito ang wag niyong gagawin. Kapag tinanong kayo na may question pa ba kayo, wag kayo magsabi wala na po. You need to show interest or parang the drive to know what you're going into. Wag yung parang oo ka lang. Kasi sabi nila nga, if you're not asking, it means either you don't understand or you're just not serious enough. So yun ang mali ko. And then, here comes the waiting game. Magsasend sila sa iyo ng email if natanggap ka ba or not. By the way, my percentile score during that time is around 51% lang. Kasi nga, hindi ako nag-aral. It's not what I want. Ganon, that time, sabi ko. Pero, pasok naman. Minimum nila is 40, mine is 51. Kasama ko nag-take is 50 lang ata. Say, magkalapit lang kami. Kasi hindi namin gusto. And then, here comes a week after the interview. Nag-send na sila na parang, I'm sorry, you are not qualified. Ganon, you haven't make the mark, ganyan. And it was, parang mixed feelings sa akin that time. Sabi ko, okay, so hindi ako med school. Pero at the same time, baka nag-expect yung mga parents ko, yung tita ko, ganyan, na mag-med school, ganyan. Sabi ko, ito yung news, ganyan. Sabi ko, nag-asa ko if ano yung rank ko sa med school. Tapos during that time, kinukuha is top 50 lang. 50. And sabi ng person in charge that time sa admission is number 56 daw ako. So number 56 out of 50. So kailangan para makapasok ako may aalis na at least 6. And during that time, let me remind you, pandemic. So madaming nag-apply, nakapasok, pero hindi magte-take ng medical school kasi nga pandemic. And some nag-apply lang ng blue school na yon just in case di sila matanggap sa ideal schools nila. So may mga kilala ako na nag-take sa mga UP Med, ganyan. So dun sila nakapasok. So after 1 week, no, nag-send na sila ng rejection letter. After 1 day, nag-call sila agad. Like parang, hello po. Hello, is this Bami? So yes po, sorry, please congratulations, ganyan. You please tell your parents na nakapasok ka, ganyan. And you may start your application, enrollment, ganyan. And I was like, alam mo yung mixed feelings. Yung parang, sana hindi na natuloy. Pero here I am, pasa. So, I want to make my parents happy, especially my mother, ganyan, and auntie. So, sabi ko, binaba ko yung thank you po, binaba ko yung phone, hinarap ko sila, timing talaga, that time magkausap kami tatlo about our neighbor siguro, we're talking about someone, and then suddenly ganun, and then sabi ko sa kanila, nakapasa ako med school, and they were like so happy. During that time, parang ang saya-saya nila, so it's a good feeling na, you know, you have achieved something and they're proud of it, ganyan. And that was the start of my medical journey. So, this episode, paano mag-apply and hanggang naka-enroll lang ako. The following years, siguro another episode. So, I applied during the pandemic. So, kailangan mo magpa-medical, kailangan mo ng HEPA test, updated HEPA vaccine. So, during that time, that was my first time getting my 3 doses of HEPA vest, which is a HEPA B vaccine. And then, nag-apply din ako ng pneumonia vaccine kasi kailangan that time. And part siya ng COVID protocol that time. And nag-apply na ako. During that, parang kailangan mo physically andun sa school para mag-submit. I tried to be myself. So, picture this. This is Bami in a nutshell. If you're going to see me, I'm actually wearing a big heel with my umbrella, with the files, parang sling bag, oversized shirt, and long pants. Ganun ako nakita ng mga classmate ko the first day, which is shout out kay Ate Nia. Siya yung naka-remember talaga ng outfit ko that day. Every time kami mag-meet, kung punta kami sa topic na first meeting, yun talagang sinasabi niya. Ganun talaga ako ka-extra minsan. And sabi ng registrar, nag-apply na ako and everything. Nag-asa ko if pwede ako mag-apply ng scholarship. So, at the door pa lang, sinabi niya sa akin na no. So, I'm curious bakit. Baka sabi niya dahil daw sa income, ganyan. Tako, I just want to try. If pwede, if not, okay lang din. And may mga other deserving din naman ng scholarships. And it's a good thing na din since this is a good thing to know if you're going to be a scholar. You're going to have to do a payback rotation depending on how many years ka naging scholar. So, if for example, 1 year ka nag-scholar, 1 year ka din magpe-payback ng scholarship mo, which is duty sa ibang hospital. So, ganun siya. And then, in-explain na sa akin na kailangan magpatahi ng uniform. And then, kailangan namin ng mga gadgets. Kasi since pandemic pa lang, you cannot do the usual. The usual is, doon kami sa school mag-PPBL or your problem-based learning. Problem-based learning is like you'll be given a case and you will have to discuss how to approach the case with your facilitator. Our facilitators are consultants. Majority of them are consultants sa hospitals, and somewhat may iba din na MO4 lang or MO3. Meron din residents din. So, ganun siya sa school namin. And then, nakatipid na kami kasi walang papunta sa school, sa bahay ka lang. Yung problema lang during that time is internet. Yeah. Mahina kasi ang internet that time. People are still adjusting. So, after ko nag-apply, binigyan ako ng set of schedules. Ito yung first day. And before mag-start yung classes, may team building. Yung team building namin, imbes na face-to-face, hindi namin yung napagdaanan. Ang naging sa amin is like online convention, and we are divided into different groups or rooms sa Zoom. And doon kami nagkakilala ng mga friends ko, classmates, mga professors and consultants. Doon kami nagkakakilala lahat. And after that, there was actually dapat a welcoming, pero wala din sa amin noon since pandemic batch kami. So we don't know our seniors. We don't know anyone sa seniors except yung mga kakilala namin from college days. Yung nakakilala ko sina Doc Mariam, sila lang yan. And then, after that, first year na ako. And that's all that I want to share during this episode of siguro episode 1 is how to get into medicine and why in our blue school. Ito yung experience ko lang, ha? Disclaimers. That's all. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Bye.